Welcome to another episode of the Nothing and Everything podcast, where today we will discuss a whole lot of nothing.
And a little bit about everything. I didn't know we were starting.
Yeah, man, just like that. Just like that. I'm not waiting on you.
I was checking my status update.
What?
I
What?
was like, babe, what do you need? What do you need me to do?
Are you like one of those guys that's always on your phone?
So I go through, I mean, there are seasons of it, and I'm guilty sometimes at home. Sometimes I'll be really disciplined and be like, oh, put my phone in the drawer and don't pick it up until, whatever. I do try to, like, it just depends. Sometimes I'm like, like scrolling right before we go to bed, and that can, like, spiral out of control.
Sure.
But usually I just try to plug it up. Now I use my alarm on my phone, so it is the first thing I pick up in the morning, but like not to scroll typically. Yeah. I usually kind of review my calendar. I might get
what's weird though? Like I feel like a lot of times when I call you, you don't ever answer your phone.
I'm not a man. I just had that on the way over here. I had that conversation. Somebody called me, somebody that we work closely with, and I was like, "Why are you calling? You always call." I'm not a phone talker. I hate talking on the phone.
I don't enjoy talking on the
phone. I would answer.
But I feel like the jokes that we make back and forth are better when we can talk.
You can hear it.
Yeah,
that's
and then
true.
I hear you laugh instead of like the little ha-ha,
It just doesn't do it.
Because those like ha-ha, it's like, I mean, are you doing that? Because I know sometimes, I'm about to tell myself, I send ha-ha a lot.
Yeah.
But sometimes if it's like really
you
funny.
Just have that copy and paste.
I'll just do that.
Like,
No. Yeah, I do like the word replacement, so I write lame and then ha-ha pops up. No, I'm teasing.
Oh, does it? Oh.
No, that doesn't happen. But there are times where it's like over text, you really don't know, like, was this joke, was it supposed to be really funny or sort of funny or whatever, so it's like, ha-ha,
But it can be taken way out of...
Well, it could be.
That's like, you can't have, being in ministry and stuff, like if it's a serious conversation or something, needs to be text message, email.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea. Maybe that's why I don't necessarily like talking on the phone, because they're typically like a serious conversation, something that needs to be dealt with, which I'm fine with. I don't know. I don't like riding around talking on the phone. Hey, man, what's going on? I don't know.
Well, I think for me, it's like I always have to, like, typically there's something that I need to do after I have a conversation. Yeah. So it's like I need to, if I'm talking on the phone, I got to write it down.
Right.
As opposed to you send me a text and I've got the time and date of whatever it is, So this is boring. What we're talking about right now. This is really lame.
I was kind of zoning out, and I wasn't even listening to you. I'm like, I don't even know what he's talking about.
I feel like I'm just speaking words.
If we were texting right now, I'd go, ha, lame. What you just said was unimportant and uninteresting. Yeah. Kind of like your podcast material.
This podcast is awesome.
You know what? The one thing, though, that I have stumbled on, is the technology has been around for a while. It takes me a long time to catch up. But, like, I do love... like talk to text, because like I'm in the car a decent amount, but like I love like not correcting it unless because like sometimes you're like, I don't know what I said, I don't know what it actually said. Sometimes it says something, sometimes it's just funny, sometimes it could be slightly inappropriate, you're just like, oh, I'm not gonna fix that.
We kind of had something like that earlier today.
Did we? You just leave. Oh, that's right.
You sent a text to me and Austin.
Yeah.
And he just wrote, what?
Well, I wrote back, and that was more of a, I'm sorry, I don't know what that meant. It wasn't bad, but it was just
it was just funny. Like, we don't know what that means either. I actually sent someone a text the other day, and they responded by saying, I can typically read through, like, misspellings or whatever, but
sometimes
I really have no clue what you just said. Yeah. It was hilarious. So I went back and read it, and it was just like, something weird, like some random dream that you have, where your dog is chasing your landlord on a golf cart or something weird. I don't know, whatever. Does that happen?
I've never had that dream.
Yeah.
But yeah, the talk to text.
Yeah, so it's just weird.
Super helpful.
Yeah. Really weird. Well, man, last week...
Maybe we should get back to the show notes.
Let's get back to the show notes. Last week was VBS at the church.
Last week it was.
How was that?
You still got that VBS voice going on.
I do. I feel like I got a little...
You do a lot of like...
Yeah.
Hey, kids, throw your hands in the air. I've never seen you lead VBS. I've seen you lead worship.
And I want them to wave them like they just don't care. Yeah.
Let me hear you say, oh, yeah. Oh. I usually do that, like, when I come out and get the kids hyped up, and I'll be like, hey, if you're in the whatever grade, and it's never really planned, and I'm just always like, please don't be anything weird like that I'm going to be branded with for life. Like we had an intern like a couple weeks ago, and we did when we had an intern, and I was introducing them, and we played a Would You Rather game, and this poor intern got branded with the title Intern Cyclops for the whole summer off of something that was said off the cuff.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm really sorry that you're now Intern Cyclops.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to I love VBS. So it's where you can kind of just go, and for me as a music guy, you play fun songs. The kids are so hype. They're glad to be there. It's a fun time. You can kind of let your hair down. And then we always do like different, theme nights, fun nights, stuff like that. So you can dress up weird and do fun stuff.
Did you have a favorite theme night from this past year?
Well, I feel like I fit mostly into the luau night because of my appearance.
Yeah.
So I had a good time with that.
Appearance, like grass skirt, coconut, like what's going on? I'm gonna say coconut bra, but that's probably inappropriate.
Well, you just said it, so there we go.
We did.
There's our first edit.
I just let it roll. We're fine.
Let it roll.
It's fine.
No, I just did just a hat and a shirt. I had like a little what's those things? A lay. And yeah, it was just fun. Just fun.
Man, we gave those out to the kids last night, and they were going crazy the other night.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. I love it. There's a ton of people that's involved with it. What, is this boring too? Are you bored right now?
No, I love it. It's great. This is fantastic.
Let's talk about stats. Who's following us? What's happening right now? I feel like we haven't given an update in a couple weeks. Well,
maybe there's nothing to update. Maybe that's why.
Remember our last update, he was like, hey, you guys gained a lot of followers, then I lost them immediately.
Yeah,
wah, wah.
seriously.
So
we just hit over 1,500 followers on Instagram.
1,500 followers on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when people were saying, you'll never get more than 5 followers.
Somebody said that?
It was probably us. Like we probably when we first started.
I
remember the first pilot episode that never made it to air? Remember we actually shot that full episode? I was thinking about it the other day.
Did we really?
Yeah, remember, and we shot it, and then we were like, let's, and maybe we had a different name. And
we had a different name.
Yeah. It was kind of like that first episode, the pilot of The Office, and you're like, this is funny, but it doesn't really work.
Do you remember what we talked about?
I don't remember what we talked about, but I remember we had a different name. Like
we should release that sometime.
No, not yet. We need to build the followership a little bit more than 1,500.
1,500, man. I feel like we're like a Kardashian right now.
We do not have a M by
Wait.
it.
Okay.
How do we get that blue thing, the status?
Get certified?
What is that called? Certified.
Verified.
Yeah, verified.
Verified.
You gotta apply for it.
But do you have to have numbers? Like, what do your stats have to be?
You have to be somebody?
A lot of times, it helps if when other people start creating fake accounts of that person.
Oh yeah.
That helps because.
So that's what we need to do. We need to create fake accounts of the Nothing and Everything podcast.
Kyle Scarlett fan club.
Yeah.
At Kyle Scarlett fan club.
Not Nothing and Everything podcast.
That would be awesome.
So what is how does 1,500 followers on Instagram? Where does that put us in the realm of podcast status?
It's like
still
just,
at the bottom 1%.
It's just over like the mom who, is like trying to make reels on. No, it's just under that because that's pretty popular right now, right?
Yeah.
If you ever hit
that's what my wife watches.
If you ever hit that reel button and then scroll on that or whatever, it's just like all these moms that are trying to do all the trendy stuff. So it's like
it's totally caught up my wife. Thanks.
No, wait, but she's not. It's
like baking though. I mean,
she's not doing like TikTok dances and stuff.
No,
because that's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Like if you're a mom and I could see like an infant laying on the floor in the
you're
background.
You're talking to our people. They're listening to you right
dances?
Now. I can see an infant laying in the background who's like,
you know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, I need something to eat.
And they're over there like, why are you over there doing the gritty, hitting the gritty?
I don't think they're doing the gritty. But they are doing some sort of dance, and it's like that dance. Those things get popular, and I'm like, how?
I'd rather take the slow road.
The quality stuff that we're putting out.
Exactly. We're not about quantity. We're about quality.
It's like what Coach Boone says in Remember the Titans.
What?
Actually, I forgot what he says. He talks. What was it? Was it the I formation? No. What was he talking about?
It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
The triple option, maybe, or something. I don't know. He talks about something. He says, "Give it time. It works like penicillin or something." I don't know. I messed that quote up pretty bad.
Man, I was gonna say maybe we should edit that part out.
Yeah, that's our second edit.
Wait, so what do you?
I mean, this puppy has 250,000 followers. So.
250,000 followers for a puppy.
That puppy.
It's a Chihuahua with some shampoo in its hair.
Wow.
And that has how many?
250,000.
$250,000.
That Chihuahua
Followers.
has an account.
Not just views.
An account.
So we've gone completely wrong. We've done this the wrong way.
But we have a new listener in Mexico.
A new listener in Mexico.
Buenos dias. Bienvenidos. Bienvenidos.
Bienvenidos.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Top YouTube search term, worship fails.
Worship fails.
Well, that feels like that's a shot at you.
I need, every Sunday my goal is to not end up on worship fails.
That's all you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like not end up on worship fails and then whatever else I need to do that day.
The problem with worship fails is that's one of those like, man, I could sit here because it's church life and it's not worship necessarily for me, but like,
right.
It's just funny because I'm like, either A, you've almost seen it happen, or maybe it wasn't caught on video, or like, you know somebody that's happened to, or you can kind of identify with it.
Right.
And then I think the one that's always for me is like when they like mess up the lyrics or sing the wrong, like that gets so stuck in my head that that's the only way I can hear that song from now on.
Yeah, right.
Does that happen to you?
I forget lyrics all the time.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where people are just like, hey, man, you've sang these songs like 1,000 times.
I
or
know,
10,000 times. And I'm like,
right.
Don't talk to me. Like when I'm looking at the screen and the words pop up, then I'm almost like, except for a chorus, the chorus of a song, I can sing that, pretty easily or whatever. But when I'm looking at a verse, especially if it's really wordy, like there's a couple artists that we sing and it's just very, very wordy, And so when I'm reading through those lyrics, it's like if I turn away for a second, there's so many lyrics that it's like, oh man, if I,
if you don't keep up,
right,
you get behind your.
So
your
I need
toes.
to like look at the screen. But I've been there, man. I forget lyrics all the time. It's just what it is. I don't know how to fix that. There was a point in time where I remembered every song that I sang. Maybe I'm just getting old.
Yeah, that's probably part of it.
I mean, I am getting old. It's not maybe, but.
Well, I do that sometimes too, or like, speaking or like quoting a passage of scripture. I'm like, I know that. And then you're like, I forgot it halfway through. And then to me, the most uncomfortable thing is, and sometimes it's good if you're speaking or maybe even in worship or whatever, like a dramatic pause. But it feels like an eternity, and it's really not.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. The mental gymnastics that's going on in my head at that time is like,
yeah.
Then I'm like, can I get back where I was?
Right. Yeah.
Is this awkward?
And I'm
like
looking at people. I'm like looking at people. Is this awkward? I'm like looking at people from the stage, and like people are doing all kinds of stuff during the music.
Right.
They're doing all kinds of stuff. Some people are on their phone. Some people are just talking to other people. Some people are standing with their hands in their pockets or their arms folded. Some people are like fully engaged. And so you're kind of watching all these things. Then you see someone. There's one particular person. I won't say who it is.
Oh, gosh.
But she yawns every time.
Like, soon as you walk up there, she's like, oh, boy.
And so I've asked her about it. You know who you are. I've asked her about it, and she's like, when I inhale deeply to sing, it makes me yawn. So,
oh, goodness.
But I was just thinking, you've yawned like 8 times in this song.
This is making you sleepy.
Man, you really don't like this song. But that's not it. But, yeah. So, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on, whatever. It's just what it is.
Let's get back to the listenership, followership.
Yeah.
We've hit over 2,000 plays on our podcast.
Well, you can't, I hit the refresh button a lot.
That's
so.
22 episodes, 21 episodes, right?
This is episode 22.
On average, 100 plays per. Which episode has the most plays? Can you see that?
Well, on YouTube, our top performance so far is episode 1. With almost 300 views.
Almost 300 views. There's like some 6-year-olds that have better channels.
Actually, there is a 5-year-old named Miles the Music Kid. Have you ever heard of Miles the Music Kid?
It does sound familiar.
He is
It's like millions.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And he makes all of his own music, and his dad, like his parents run his account. He's actually really talented. Wow. And he's 5 or 6, something like that.
There's the difference.
Yeah.
He's really talented.
Well, yeah, we're talented in other ways.
Let's just keep telling ourselves that.
It's written on my mirror. In my
you're
bathroom. You're talented in other ways.
In other ways.
Yeah.
Not the ways that people think you should be
Right.
talented in.
Not the ways that you should be talented in. In other ways, you have extreme talent in things that are unimportant.
I like it.
So, I like to think through things. I like to contemplate.
Yeah.
I was thinking the other day.
That makes me think of regulate.
Regulate? Like Warren G?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
My wife says it Warren. She says it like warranty.
Warren G.
Yeah, Warren G.
That's weird.
I'm like, you mean like when you buy something, like you don't get the warranty on that?
You never
get the warranty.
You never
the
get
warranty?
the warranty. Do
The
you
warranty?
get? Are you a warranty kind of guy?
Oh no,
Never get the warranty.
I don't get a warranty on
That stuff's not gonna break.
You want $2.39 for this $6 item? Yeah, that'd seems like a
Right.
reasonable
And if it
purchase.
does, if you only shop at like Walmart, you can take it back if it breaks. Anyway, so I was thinking the other day, what is like Jeff Bezos worth? I know I'm jumping the shark here. This is crazy. What is his net worth?
What is the net worth of Jeff
I'm just
Bezos?
I'm thinking. It came up because I was thinking about all those top guys like Bill Gates.
Is he the richest man, or is Musk?
Elon.
Who's the richest man in the world?
Who is the richest man? It's like the Sultan of Brunei or something like that.
Is Brunei a place?
Yeah, man, get with it. I'm trying to get a listener from Brunei.
Oh, we said that last week. We manifested. We spoke it into existence.
Won't he do it?
Yep. You were like, we don't have any. Yeah, because we were talking about the last episode about no listeners south of the border, and then we
That's
talked
right.
about south of the border.
Oh, we got
boom.
Mexico.
There it is. We need a
Bam.
new one from north of the border now, from our Canadian friends.
Do we have any Canadian
Or
listeners?
Brunei. Is
Brunei.
We do have a Canadian listener.
Oh, well. Hey,
That means one person accidentally clicked on this one time.
yeah. Maybe they got rickrolled from last week, and then it led to us. You rickrolled me
When?
after the episode, after last week's episode. You
That
sent
was
me-
mainly for Austin, though.
Oh.
Because he'd never really
Well, you
been.
got me.
Yeah.
So I was like, what?
That Jurassic Park thing?
Yes, I was
Somebody
like, oh,
sent
this
that
is
out,
cool.
and I was like, man, that's actually funny, and it was timely.
You got me.
Did I?
You got me.
Very good.
Anyway.
What am I asking? Y'all asked me a question, and
You have
then
one job. Today, Junior.
the richest person in the world is Elon Musk.
Oh,
Elon?
we're still talking about
What is he worth?
228 billion.
billion?
228 billion?
And then Jeff Bezos is 134 billion. He's third.
Who's second?
Bernard Arnault and family at 140 billion.
Whoa. Where's the Sultan of Brunei? Is he even on that list?
Bill Gates is number 4.
$228 billion.
What was that name you said?
Sultan, S-U-L, Tan.
That's not, I don't think it's his name.
He don't make enough money.
How much does he make?
He don't make enough.
He don't make
money.
enough money. At one point,
He's
he
not
was-
on the Forbes list.
Oh,
The Forbes list of what? 150?
your top 10?
So Tan.
Yeah.
Sul-
Sultan.
Sultan. Did he say
Brunei.
Sultan?
Brunei or something like that. I don't. We're spending way too much time on
Yeah,
a country.
seriously, what is going
We're
on?
not even
right now?
100% sure if it's a country. It's like a province.
It was something you saw in a cartoon one time.
Yeah.
A province.
I don't know what it is. Is it a
In
country?
2008, he was 20 billion.
In 2008, he was 20 billion.
It's probably doubled by then. If he's got it invested in some good growth stock
Like
mutual
oil.
funds. Well, yeah. Well, it's just doubled here in the last couple months.
Right. It's doubled. It's doubled here. So therefore,
Oh,
he's got to
boy.
be making more. Okay. So
Man, this is.
so my thought was this.
Yeah, I don't even know where we were going. with all
This is where I'm going.
Okay.
I didn't realize Elon had 228 billion. There's 300.
That's why he's like, hey, I'll buy Twitter for what, 50 billion or
Right.
whatever it was.
There's 330 million people in America. 330 million.
Mm-hmm.
If he gave everyone $1 million, how much would that be?
And that 33.
It feels like a trick
billion.
question. I was trying to get you. It looks like I got you. Yes. $330 million.
Yeah.
I mean, like, people's lives could change with $1 million. His wouldn't change by losing $330 million. My life would change drastically if I
Wait,
had
if he gave everybody,
$1 million. If everyone in America got $1 million,
I'm not good at math.
this is not hard.
It's difficult. This
I
is
don't
like
know. Is this hard?
This is like the
Am I saying something
word
weird?
problem at the end of the thing where you're just like, oh.
Oh, I hated the ones where it's like, if a train leaves New York at 10:30, I'm like
really visual, so I'd just be like drawing it out and like trying to time it out.
oh gosh,
Yeah, seriously.
that's terrible.
So if he gave everybody $1 million, he'd be left with $227 billion.
So who, Elon? Okay,
He'd
so
be left with?
he would still have,
He still has
because it's not
$227
a billion. I mean, it's only 330 million, right? 330 million people in America. If he gave $1 million,
What's so 330
I don't understand
million
why this math
times
is so hard.
1 million is what? Is that 33 billion? If he's giving everybody $1 million,
Oh, am I doing the math wrong?
right? I think you're giving everybody $1.
Oh,
I was like,
That's true.
he's gonna lose a little bit more than that. Hey guys, I'm gonna take care of all your problems. Here's $1. What is 300 and you were like, this is not hard. What is 330 million times $1 million?
I am
It's like
I think it's 3 trillion.
what?
okay. Well,
320 trillion?
Goodness gracious.
Google doesn't even know.
You know, who puts that in Google? It's a calculator.
My calculator don't go that big.
so
My
I was
calculator
way
don't
off.
go that big.
I was way off.
330 million. That's the people times
Yes.
1 million.
Yes.
Here we go. I don't even
Man.
know what this number is. It's got a letter in it. 3.1. Wait, 3.3 E 14.
1-4. That's a lot of money.
What does that mean?
When they're dropping E's,
It means there's 14 zeros at the end of it.
14 zeros? What number is that?
That's like trillions. That's what I'm saying.
It's
No,
probably
no.
just true.
No.
So he couldn't give.
Three
he could all
is
give
hundreds.
us $1,000, maybe.
No, that's not going to change lives. Okay.
I'd
so,
be all right with it.
I mean,
A
I'd
couple
be all
tanks
right.
of gas
I'd
with
be
it,
all
son.
right with it. Yeah, I can go like for the next 10 weeks. I have gas.
Right, but I mean, it's basically like a stimulus check.
Speaking of, all that
You
came
don't
back
break down that
around.
Economic. What?
All that came back around. It
How
was
so?
like,
What do you-
hey, here we're going to help America. Oh, now you owe all your taxes on it. Right?
Yeah.
Like 330 million.
$3.3 trillion.
So I was way off.
So hang on. What if he gave everybody $10,000?
Wait,
Hang on.
hundred thousands,
Gosh, I'm so
millions,
calculator. $10,000.
He's in the quadrillions.
quadrillions.
3 quadrillion, 300.
That's a quadrillion?
Yeah.
So okay,
I
so
still got an E, even if he gave us
It's 3.3
$10,000.
quadrillion.
quadrillion is a number. Or did you make that up?
I made it up. I don't know.
So pretty much we're stumped here on the Nothing and Everything podcast with simple math. So at one point I was thinking, it's a good thing I didn't like hit up Elon Musk on Twitter like, hey man, if you give everyone $1 million,
I wish you had. You would. It might have helped out our listenership.
well, probably so.
Like, is that those two idiots from that thought 330 times $1 million? No,
That was actually
that's really funny
quite
though.
comical. Oh man, that's terrible. That's terrible math. I don't know math.
Nope.
Evidently.
Stick to music.
Stick to music. Yep. I count to 4, sometimes 6.
Okay, he could give, if he just divided up all his money between everybody in the world,
Yeah.
he could give everybody $800.
In the world? No. Let's just talk
Or
about
whatever you
That'll
said.
change some
in,
lives.
in America.
In America.
330 million people in America. He can give everyone how much?
$800.
In America, if he gave away all his wealth evenly, divided by
he just gave away
330
all his
million.
money.
But that's just America.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's not.
Because like if he did it to the world, he'd be getting everybody $8.
Probably
There's
eight,
like 7 billion
80
people and
cents, I bet.
56 or whatever. That'd be like $8 or $80. I don't know.
Something like that. That's terrible. Okay. So this whole bit right here is another edit. Just take this whole
Remember
thing
when
out.
episode 22 was our worst and final episode? You said it earlier. We were jumping the shark. This is it. This is Happy Days right
yeah.
here. Fonzie.
That was, man.
I love that. I love like stuff like that. That's like a cultural reference. You know,
That's wrong.
huh? No, like
Oh.
there's this term that people use a lot, jumping the shark.
Oh, yeah.
And to know where that came from, from a television show 40 whatever years ago, from this terrible episode of like they didn't know what to do anymore, and now that's like a in our everyday vernacular, like, oh, you're jumping the shark. I don't know. That's fascinating to me.
I feel like you were talking about speaking things into existence.
It was a joke. Like
I know, but I feel like maybe we're jumping the shark because we don't know what else to do with this podcast.
Every episode from here on out is us.
It's like, oh, there's a shark. Oh yeah. So
Austin's standing up, which means the time is expired.
Are you done recording? Is that what this means?
Hit 30 minutes.
Oh, we hit 30 minutes. Okay, well.
Of absolutely nothing.
Nothing. I love it.
But the next time, man, we'll have content.
Yeah.
Galore. What do you want us to talk about, huh? They don't care.
They don't care. This is just we're just hanging out. Folks still tell me, they're like, yeah, I listen to this when I'm doing such and such, like cutting the grass. I'm like, oh, so the mower's so loud you can't hear us talking. They're like, yeah, it's exactly.
Not loud.
Yeah, no.
Turn them up a little bit.
I used to use those AirPod things or whatever, those little headphone things, and my mower's so loud I can't hear anything, even like full blast everything. So now I can hear it really well because my kids cut the grass. You got to get on that, man. You got to stop cutting your own grass. Did you do anything last weekend? Probably just cut the grass.
No, I probably cut the grass.
Yeah.
It's all crunchy and brown still.
Mine is pretty crunchy too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. Here, cheers.
All right. Cheers
to episode 22. People who didn't say that we would last this long.
Who keeps saying those things?
There's a lot of people out there on the message boards. Go read them sometime.
Is that like a Reddit?
In the comment
like a Reddit?
sections. Oh my goodness, they're tearing.
Are we on Reddit?
Us apart.
We should be on TikTok. Austin?
We've gone down this road before.
I don't know. And he's the one that's always like, we need to do more reels or whatever. And I'm like,
maybe if we had more quality content, we could do those. Instead of you realizing that you stink at math.
I could hear.
He gave us all $1 million.
I could hear someone like Garrett going, Gerald, you're so dumb.
Yeah.
This is not how you do math.
Before we get to
That was for you, Garrett. All right, guys. It's been a great episode of pure nothingness.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.
Have a great week.
Have a great week.